is the Kate Daly Show.
I know. I'm always a rocker at heart. Anyway, welcome back. Kate Daly Show. And on a Thursday, tomorrow, Dinesh D'Souza and Nick Searcy and his producer for these films coming out. Got some films coming out and a lot more tomorrow, too. I've been doing some more deep dives, and so we got a lot more tomorrow. Monday is filled with guests as well, from USDA to what is the word? Navigating waters, but unnavigable waters. I can't even say that today. What is my problem? Anyway, you get the drift. That's Monday as well. So, and the attorney that just appealed to the Supreme Court to get the gag order lifted from Trump. He'll be joining us as well on Monday, or me on Monday. So I have Jeff Dornick from the Jeff Dornick Show, and so glad to have him. He's fun to listen to, isn't he? And so you've been doing this a little while, and let me tell you, you're right on tap with censorship and what's going on. And I want you to tell people a little bit about this project you're doing, Pickaxe.
Yeah, for sure. So Pickaxe is a social media platform that we've been building for about the last 18 to 20 months or so. It's been a long build, but got a phenomenal team put together. It's fully funded, so we're building this thing out for the long term. And but we've set it up to where it's a free speech platform, and we're jumping through all the hoops to make sure that it is free speech. The vast majority of even the alternative social media platforms out there, True Social included, Getter, the whole deal, they're not actually free speech. They've actually contracted, True Social specifically contracted with a Silicon Valley AI company to do their content moderation. So did Parler, so that way they could get back in the App Store. And so when you look at this, you're like, it may be politically free speech, but it's not actual free speech. Whereas on Pickaxe, what we're doing is the only things that are banned are illegal speech, things like actual threats of violence, doxing, terrorism, those kinds of things, and then pornography, that's banned on there as well. Outside of that, you're allowed to share your opinions, even if it's a bad opinion, disgusting, whatever it is, but you're free to say it, because I believe that the way that we overcome bad ideas is with good ideas. Right. And so we're building these algorithms in order to try to foster conversations and debates and discussions between opposing points of view. And so we're intentionally bringing in conservatives, independents, and Democrats from a wide variety of industries. And we're setting up content creators on the platform so that way we can bring in a mix of people to where we can begin to have more long form conversations and discussions and debates over issues, as opposed to the quick hits you get everywhere else and you never actually change anybody's mind. And so we built this out to where we've got the social media components. You can write articles directly in the platform. You can post, if you just post a link to your show in the newsfeed, Rumble, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, it's playable right there in the newsfeed. Makes it very easy in order to share things. We've got a whole bunch of really cool features coming up involving like emails and newsletters and notifications with your audience, giving creators more access to their audience. And then we have a very unique monetization opportunity for content creators where they can monetize their content, both with paywalls and revenue share that nobody else has done to date. And so we've been building this out really, and it's coming together really, really well. And right now we're just onboarding users and content creators, and we're building this thing.
So it's kind of a cross between, how would you describe it to somebody in a sentence?
Probably a cross between X and Substack to a certain degree would be the best visual for what we put together here.
I like that because it's you're getting the breadth of that information in more context, right? So you can go into more detail.
Yep.
Than just a post.
Right. Okay. Right. So I mean, obviously you can do your posts and all that kind of stuff, but then also you can write a book practically if you want to with an article, or post your. I always tell everybody one of the best things you can do is you can actually post if you host a show, post it as an article, write a brief description on there, and then now all of a sudden that's shareable anywhere you go. And you want to encourage people to follow you on Pickaxe specifically because you're going to have a lot more direct access to your audience. The algorithms are never I always say they algorithm people out. If you look at Instagram, they only allow up to a max of 3% of your audience to actually see any one of your posts unless you pay to promote it. For us, we believe if somebody follows you, they actually want to see your stuff. Yeah. So there's no cap off, there's no limitations, anything like that. And so we've just built it that way.
How do you spell it?
Pickax.
Okay, Pickax. And no, this is intriguing. I think I find it intriguing because we are in the era of the citizen journalist. The journalist's no longer a thing anymore. Okay, and they won't do their job. They don't do their job, and they're threatened or bought or whatever. And so now we're going to have citizens. We're going to have people out there that are going to expose, so we can educate, so that we can get people in the masses to understand what's actually going on, not the surface of what's going on, but what's really going on. Be right back with Jeff Dornick from the Jeff Dornick Show. Be right back.